Mauritian Prime Minister Pravind Jugnauth recently expressed gratitude to India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the African Union for supporting Mauritius in its long-standing fight for the sovereignty of the Chagos Islands.
Mauritian, aujourd'hui, comment on fait qu'apprendre, nos républiques peuvent vivre un jour historique. Je fais gagner une conversation avec le Premier ministre, Sir Keir Starmer. Aujourd'hui, je suis fier pour annoncer que l'Angleterre, à travers ça la cola, peut reconnaître nos souverainetés aux Chagos, incluant Diego Garcia.
This development comes after the United Kingdom agreed to hand over control of the Chagos archipelago to Mauritius. The deal ensures the transfer of sovereignty while maintaining the operational status of the joint UK-US military base on Diego Garcia for at least 99 more years.
In relation to the Chagos Islands, look, the single most important thing was ensuring that we had a secure base, the joint US in particular, UK base. Hugely important to the US, hugely important to us. We've now secured that. And that is why you saw such warm words from the US yesterday.
The agreement under negotiation since 2022 resolves a territorial dispute spanning decades and secures the future of the strategically significant military base in the Indian Ocean. India has been a consistent supporter of Mauritius's claim over the Chagos Islands and welcomed the recent settlement. The Ministry of External Affairs described the resolution as an important step in the complete decolonization of Mauritius, aligning with international law. India, with close ties to Mauritius, played a quiet but pivotal role in facilitating the negotiations between the UK and Mauritius. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar reaffirmed New Delhi's support for Mauritius's sovereignty claims during his visit to Port Louis earlier this year, further strengthening the bond between the two nations. The Chagos archipelago, comprising about 58 small islands in the Indian Ocean, has been a point of contention since the 1960s. Historically, it was part of Mauritius, but it was detached by the UK before Mauritius gained independence in 1968. The islands hold strategic importance, especially Diego Garcia, where a joint UK-US military base operates. This base plays a critical role in monitoring key global trade routes like the Malacca Strait and ensuring maritime security in the region. However, the original inhabitants, the Chagossians, were forcibly expelled from the islands in the 1970s, leading to legal battles and diplomatic disputes over their right to return.
The islands mostly have been abandoned since the Chagossians were forced out. There's a lot of islands on Chagos. There's a main island, Diego Garcia. There's other islands like Palos Baños. They were nearly all abandoned because no one has lived there since the Chagossians were forced out 50, 60 years ago.
Mauritius has been challenging UK sovereignty over the Chagos Islands since the 1980s, arguing that the agreement was made under duress. International legal bodies, including the International Court of Justice, ruled in favor of Mauritius, with the ICJ declaring in 2019 that the UK's control of the islands was illegal. Following this, the UN General Assembly called for the UK to withdraw its colonial administration unconditionally. The recent agreement addresses this call and allows Mauritius to start a resettlement program for the displaced Chagossians, while the military base on Diego Garcia remains functional. From India's perspective, the successful resolution of the Chagos dispute solidifies its relationship with Mauritius and strengthens India's influence in the Indian Ocean region, where China has been increasingly assertive. The deal also ensures continued security cooperation in the Indian Ocean, a vital region for global trade and energy supply. Overall, the agreement is seen as a victory for Mauritius in its decolonization efforts, with India playing a key role in supporting its ally. For the UK, maintaining the Diego Garcia military base is critical to safeguarding global security and continuing its long-term relationship with Mauritius. The resolution is not just a diplomatic triumph but also a strategic one, keeping the Indian Ocean secure from rising global tensions. Bureau Report, India Today Global.